Peoria, Video Max Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Christina Colosimo and Brett Lemick. The weekend news with Jennifer French and Lawson Barger, and the Midstate News team. Our news interviewer is Joanna Maggio. Sports with Matt Wetterston, Brian Beto, and the sports team. State of the Arts with Sandra Hall. Erica Chin and Aaron Mayo take it to the streets. In Need with Brooke Rumble. Our music reviewers are Landon Battles and Rihanna Pouncey. Brian Cunningham gets real at the movies. And Thina Gore takes us about town. And let's eat. And now from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine, with your hosts, Christina and Brett. Take it away, kids.
Welcome to Midstate Magazine and today's show about art. But with so many kinds and variations, the question is, where do we start?
We've got rap and cooking and even rap. We've also got sculpting and acting on tap.
So let's get started and do not fret. I'm Daniel Shore, filling in for Brett.
And I'm Christina Colosimo, a regular on this fabulous show.
Welcome to Midstate Magazine. I am Daniel Shore.
And I'm Christina Colosimo. Well, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here today.
Yes.
And heard the theme was art, and so put on a little black.
Oh yeah, you got it all styled out.
Keep it
Look at
fashionable.
you. Look at you. Even you got the glasses going on? It's no, now
I
we
actually don't have the glasses going on.
Okay, now we can see your beautiful eyes though. Yes.
Sorry if I'm a little different from Brett. We're going to send it to news real quick with Jennifer and Lawson.
Me orgasm. Thank you, Christina and Brett. I'm Lawson Barger.
And I'm Jennifer French. Thanks for joining us this evening. Downtown Peoria has one less restaurant lining its streets. Camille's Sidewalk Cafe, located at Fulton and Adams, has closed its doors. The restaurant's president said the business only had a crowd around lunchtime that wasn't enough to keep it going. Employees of the downtown restaurant will work at two other Camille locations, one in Pekin and one in the shops of Grand Prairie in Peoria. A free health clinic for the underprivileged of East Peoria may soon be housed in a former CVS pharmacy building located on the corner of Wisconsin and Arcadia. The Heartland Community Health Clinic is hoping to raise funds to secure the building's lease before the April 30th deadline that's been set by state lawmakers. Although the clinic's 3-year federal grant for the project might not be renewed this year, an anonymous donor has pledged to match Heartland's fundraising efforts by up to $200,000.
Tazewell Animal Protective Society is feeling the generosity of the community lately. This no-kill animal shelter from Henry and Alice Kokora, the owners of Tazewell Machine Works. The shelter also received a grant from the Community Foundation of Central Illinois to purchase 2 computers and 2 laptops. The equipment is being used to network the entire shelter, as well as helping with data organization, including the tracking of animal intakes, adoptions, and medical treatments. Now to Claire Johnson.
During the cold season, many animals are finding their way to TAB's animal shelter. Not only for a plate of food and for a place to stay, but for the warmth of a loving family.
What you do is you can either fill out an application online, or you can come into the shelter, you fill out an application. We keep them on file for 3 months, so if you don't see anything you're interested in that day, we have it on file for a while. You can look around if you find something you're interested in. It's just a matter of, doing the contract.
This shelter is increasing the animal's chance to live, while increasing your chance to love.
Really no kill. We believe there's a home out there for all of them,
This no-kill animal shelter is committed to saving the lives of animals. Do your part by adopting a dog like Dio here or a cat and providing them with a caring, safe, and loving home. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Claire Johnson.
Thanks, Claire. State Farm Insurance is helping to promote safe driving with a $10,000 donation to the Tazewell County Teen Initiative. The program is made up of concerned citizens and organizations and highlights the dangers of driving while encouraging teens to drive responsibly. The donation will help pay for student-produced movie trailers, billboards, and radio announcements.
Cruisin's Bar, located in West Farmington, could potentially face harsher punishments after already being fined over $2,500 for allowing underage drinking. On February 14th, deputies from the County Sheriff's Department responded to a fight call at the local bar. What they found was an intoxicated 20-year-old woman who attempted to flee the bar and hide in a nearby creek bed. Although authorities have yet to clear up the details of the crime, if Cruisins is implicated in the offense, it could result in a mandatory shutdown of the establishment and a reclassification of their liquor license. This year, more than 11,000 high school and college students are expected to use their spring break to help others. Habitat for Humanity offers a college challenge program in which students from across the nation help building decent and affordable homes. Joanna Maggio has more on the story.
Hi, thank you, Jennifer and Lawson. Habitat for Humanity was founded in 1976 and has built more than 200,000 homes in nearly 100 countries. Mike Hain from the Habitat for Humanity on Bradley University is here with us today. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about what the mission for Habitat for Humanity is?
Habitat for Humanity is basically a non-for-profit organization that helps fundraise money to build homes for needy families in the area.
Okay. So, and with the whole Habitat for Humanity, how many people are involved with this?
Currently on Bradley's campus, we have around 300 students that volunteer each year, but Habitat for Humanity is an international organization.
Okay. How is all the programs funded then?
We do several fundraisers throughout both semesters. Obviously, the international organization has a lot more pulls with companies. We do a major fundraiser each semester, a fall and a spring fundraiser. Each fall, we do Shackathon, which is a 24-hour stay-awake marathon to help promote homelessness awareness on our campus. And then each spring semester, we also do a spring break trip, and we're also planning on a new fundraiser this year, which is a week-long event called our Just a Dollar campaign.
When is that going to take place then?
That is going to take place the third week of April, and it's going to occur from Monday through Friday.
What's going on during that week?
At this time, we're still kind of in the developmental stages, but we want to promote it kind of as a Habitat for Humanity campus carnival and have a lot of different activities and events going on throughout the campus each afternoon.
Okay. For spring break, where do you guys plan on going and what are you guys doing?
This semester, we're going to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're going down there, obviously, spring break March 16th through the 25th. We're going to be leaving the first Friday of spring break and coming back the second Sunday of spring break. And we have different activities planned down there which help get us to know each other, keep like the community of the Habitators together, and we build for 4 days throughout spring break.
Wow, well that's great. Well, thank you for joining us. Back to you, Jennifer and Lawson.
Thanks, Joanna. Last week, we briefly reported on Peoria's 182nd National Guard Airlift Wing and their recent award-winning ceremony with President George W. Bush. For more in-depth report on this inspiring story, here's Cody Brutlag.
A few years ago, this place was almost in jeopardy by something called BRAC.
The base realignment and closure issues that were just a few years ago that the Department of Defense levied on all the units.
It was a close call for the 182nd, but they were fortunate enough to make the cut.
Once the process was complete, there were units that were either closed or realigned, and we were lucky enough not to be affected by really any of that, any of the realignment.
This year, the 182nd Airlift Wing staged a fantastic comeback and was awarded with the Outstanding Unit Award. Colonel Robertson got to take part in this recognition.
It was awarded to the top 10% of the units in the Air Force, the Air National Guard, and the Air Force Reserve. And I'm real fortunate to be working with a great bunch of people out here.
It's been quite a while since they've received this award, so it was a welcomed recognition.
We're real lucky to get that, and it's been 21 years since we've had it, and we're proud to get it.
And it's not every day you get to meet the President of the United States. Colonel Robertson said it was truly an honor to meet the Commander-in-Chief.
He spent just a few moments just telling me thank you for the men and women of the 182nd and what they've done in this global war on terror.
Up until this time, the 182nd Airlift Wing has remained as one of Peoria's best-kept secrets.
Thanks, Cody. Good story. In other news, Chief Alinowick has been a strong symbol at the University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana for several years. On February 25th, he danced his final dance as the official mascot for the Fighting Illini. Students gathered on the quad at the university and held a candlelight vigil in hopes that the chief would dance again. If the school had decided to keep the chief, it would not be able to host any more NCAA tournaments. And now we go to Matt Wedderston with sports.
Well, Austin, speaking of college basketball, March can only mean one thing, and that is that college basketball is in full force. Conference tournaments finish up this weekend, and Selection Sunday is a mere 5 days away. But Brian Beto tells us that the NBA season is the one that's heating up and could lead to one of the most dramatic finishes ever. Brian?
Thanks, Matt. The NBA trade deadline and the All-Star break have come and gone, with the playoffs rapidly approaching. And there are numerous questions that have yet to be sorted out. Of those, the most intriguing to me is the question of who is the Beast of the East. The top of the Eastern Conference remains a logjam with as many as 4 teams that could be considered as the team to beat. However, from my vantage point, the Detroit Pistons are the only team that can be thought of as the East best. Their experience puts them just ahead of the Chicago Bulls. In their best season since MJ's second retirement, the Bulls are racking up wins against some of the Eastern Conference top teams and as well as holding serve on their home court. This catapults them ahead of the run-and-gun Washington Wizards and the LeBron-led Cleveland Cavaliers. As far as the defending champ Miami Heat go, their season is ultimately going to end in disappointment, with or without Dwayne Wade. And don't count on the New York Knicks to make a late push. The chemistry on that individual-oriented, overpaid roster just isn't there. But regardless of who comes out of the East, will that team have enough to overcome Dallas or Phoenix come finals times? I guess we'll have to wait till this June to find out. With that, back to you, Matt.
Thanks, Brian. Well, you'll have to take my word for it when I say that co-rec intramurals, in co-rec intramurals, anything can happen. Typically, this division has the most exciting games because men and women play together. But as Shannon Pierce reports, this IM game wasn't the case.
In co-rec action, APO taking on Complex. APO trailed by 36 at the half, but making a comeback, Sarah Bernardi gets the bump and scores the basket. Then Stacy Castellon misses her first shot but gets her own rebound and scores the basket. But there was way too much Complex as unguarded Mike Lynch drills a three-pointer. Nicolina Basic stole the show as she worked hard to get the rebound and the layup on this hoop. Then Chris Wasilewski capped it off by swishing a three-pointer. Complex wins 71-46.
For me personally, whenever I play, because I love basketball, I always play competitive. So if it's just for fun or if it's like an actual game, to me it's the same level because I love the game, so I put my all into it.
It's pretty even for girls and guys. Almost anybody can play. Just get lucky. Get used to the ball, get used to the feel of the game, and then it just goes in for me.
The thing that makes the co-rec league unique is that both men and women are on the court at the same time. It's not as competitive as the individual men and women leagues, but it showcases just as much talent. And tonight, it's all about having fun. From Midstate Magazine, I'm Shannon Pierce.
Thanks, Shannon. Finally tonight, the Chicago White Sox have always been known for their blue seats in the stands, as opposed to the traditional green. This offseason, the club decided to paint all of their seats green, except for 2 in the outfield. They signify 2 home runs from the 2005 playoffs that helped them win the World Series. One was Paul Konerko's grand slam. The other, Scott Podsednik's game-winning walk-off in Game 2. Their 2005 World Series championship was their first in nearly 100 years. Lawson?
Thanks, Matt. In this week's Oddly Enough, a Portuguese man who recently passed away left all of the wealth and possessions in his will to 70 complete strangers. Luis de Câmara notarized his will at the age of 29, choosing random names from Lisbon telephone directory as his legal benefactors. Luis sadly passed away last month at the age of 42, leaving behind 2 houses, 1 French automobile, and 17,000 euros in cash. Each of the 70 benefactors received roughly 6,000 euros, and all of them are now a bit more grateful for the kindness of strangers. Well, thanks for joining us at Midstate News. I'm Lawson Barger.
I'm Jennifer French.
And I'm Matt Wedderston. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
Well, thank you. Brett, is that you?
Yes, it's me, facial hair, me, Brett.
Clearly, clearly you're not Brett, but like I said again, we're very happy to have you here. So. Yes.
Well, I've been exercising a lot and training, so I'm ready for the season of art.
Of art. All right.
And that's today's theme. So what's your favorite art?
Honestly, I really like modern art. I never thought I would ever say that, but I had taken a class in art and I kind of fell in love with it. So, I don't know. What about you?
I don't know. I like the art of television.
The art of television,
which treats
always
us
a good
both
one.
pretty well.
Yes.
And I'm also a big fan of the colored by number, where you know, you fill in and then at the end you have a picture. And
Yay!
you never saw it coming, you know, your 1s and 2s and 3s, and
right.
you make something happen.
Yes.
So it's really inspirational.
Yes, Connect the Dots is kind of like that too. I like Connect the Dots.
All right, we're going to go to Get Real with Brian Cunningham. We'll be back.
This week for Get Real, we will be looking at the comedy School for Scoundrels. The movie stars John Heder, best known for Napoleon Dynamite, as Roger, a loser who works as a meter maid and strikes out with the women. A friend suggests he takes classes with a mysterious man named Dr. P, played by Billy Bob Thornton, to build his confidence. Thornton plays Dr. P, the mysterious teacher who tells the men nothing will be given to them, they have to take what they want.
You think a lion asks for his dinner?
He takes it! Roger wants to date his attractive Australian neighbor, Amanda, and after a few lessons, it seems he will succeed.
You just never really knew me.
Yeah, I guess I didn't.
The situation is turned upside down when Dr. P provides a little competition.
Use what you've learned and defeat me.
Heder and Thornton have good chemistry as the dueling student and teacher.
Is this your dad?
Although amusing at times, the movie suffers from a slow start and a few ridiculously contrived situations.
Oh my... Oh. Becky, get some help.
I think the movie may have worked better if a stronger relationship between Roger and Amanda had been established. Although the movie had its funny moments, the thin stereotypic characters may not satisfy some viewers. School for Scoundrels is currently available on DVD. For Get Real, I'm Brian Cunningham.
Well, there's nothing like the art of acting.
Have you done any theater?
I have, yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I was big into musicals at one point, so.
What are your starring roles from the past?
I did Annie. I wasn't Annie. I was Grace Farrell, like the secretary or whatnot, and I was the godmother, fairy godmother in Cinderella, and then a few other things. So I don't know. What about you?
Well, I did. I waited till my last year of high school, spring musical. Decided to go out for theater. You know, just broaden my horizons a little bit. And I was the general in Seussical.
Ooh,
musical
Seussical the
about
musical.
Dr. Seuss. So
Wonderful.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
I've never seen it. I should get on that.
I was in it, so it was pretty good.
I'm sure yours was better than the Broadway version.
I recommend it. Right now, let's go to Let's Eat with Jack.
Today on Let's Eat, we are making bread pudding.
For starters, you will need about 8 pieces of cinnamon bread, which you will cut to make 4 cups. Place the cubes of bread in a buttered baking dish. The egg mixture for the bread pudding requires 4 large eggs, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, and half a teaspoon of salt. While blending the egg mixture, gradually add in 2 1/2 cups of whole milk. After it is mixed, pour onto the bread cubes.
Press it down in your hands. This is the fun part.
Make sure every piece of bread is covered. Preheat oven to 350 degrees while the bread is soaking for 15 minutes before baking.
Next, for the bread pudding, we're going to be making a caramel sauce to put on top of it. And to start off, you need 3/4 cups of sugar, 6 tablespoons of butter.
Also, 1/3 cups of corn syrup and 1.5 cups of whipping cream. Bring to a boil over medium-high heat, then reduce heat to medium-low for a slow simmer. When ready, pour the caramel sauce over the bread pudding. Serve and enjoy.
For Midstate Magazine, this is Jack Middlemiss.
And while Jack was showing us the art of cooking, we worked on our own little creations.
The art of speed sculpting.
Oh, of course.
Actually.
We're very talented. What can we say, right?
And we can start with the guy you made.
Okay. This is Bert. Bert is just kind of, you know, a little dude I made, but he kind of looks, I kind of gave him like duck feet. Is that kind of odd?
No, I think.
I don't know. What about you? What about your
it'll
little
help him
car?
for swimming.
Yes,
maybe.
yes.
The car is actually evidence of running out of colors that I wanted to use to make things, and I mean, you know, no offense to what are considered more feminine colors in the art.
Okay.
But pink and purple aren't my.
They're
you know,
not.
It's not a car I would be driving.
Okay, all right. Now you might see me in a purple car though. I do like the purple car.
The snake, that's just classic claymation.
Yes, of course.
You really can't beat that. So
Yes.
we're gonna go to About Town right now with Athena Gore, and we'll be back with more art.
Flores Music Store opened in the 1950s. Since then, this twinkle of an eye has grown into an award-winning business.
Came back from the NAMM show in January where they presented us with a plaque of 50 years, acknowledged us being in business for 50 years.
This family-owned shop was created from the strong passion of a talented musician that never dreamed of being an entrepreneur.
A friend of mine was saying that this is, maybe you should go into a music store business, and I wasn't too sure about that at the time. I was working at Caterpillar, and so I decided to do that, and in those days I guess you could start with $500, and that's what I started with.
Flores Music provides a great selection at outstanding prices, but what sets this store apart from others is the quality of the service provided.
The important thing when you buy a musical instrument is that you have to play it, you have to feel it, you can't just order something
From top quality instruments to private lessons, Flores Music is where instrument players become musicians. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Athena Gore.
Well, thank you. What a cool, that's a really neat place. I should stop by sometime because I've never been there.
And you know, there's a big distinction between the art of playing music and the art of performing music.
Yes, yes.
But I played saxophone.
My mom played saxophone when she was in high school and college.
I'm not quite your mother, but I didn't know we had so much in common.
You do, you do.
Wow.
Yes. I played piano as a child. Very bad. I was terrible at it. I have to say I didn't ever practice.
What level would you say you got to on the Prodigy chart?
Oh, I got to a 2, baby.
2?
Oh, yes.
What kind of songs were you playing at level 2?
I don't know. I don't even remember. Mary Had a Little Lamb, maybe.
Chopsticks?
Maybe Chopsticks, yes,
That's a popular one.
Yes.
I was a jazz artist for a while.
Ooh,
but, you know,
hey.
Just street stuff in a small rural town. It's not too big. All right, we got to go to In Beat with Rihanna Pouncey.
This week's featured artist is the indie hip-hop group Gym Class Heroes, who are taking the charts and listeners by storm with their hit single, Cupid's Chokehold. And don't get it twisted in thinking these fellas just stepped onto the scene, because they have actually been together for about 10 years now as independent artists. Gym Class Heroes has a unique sound like no other, with an eclectic mix of rock, punk, and hip-hop. Their latest album, As Cruel as School Children, is filled with cleverly written, mind-stimulating lyrics that are meaningful, relatable, and will make you laugh. A few examples are New Friend Request and The Queen and I. These refreshing sounds are the perfect remedy if you happen to be suffering from ATL Walk It Out snap music overload syndrome. I give this album 5 meat packets out of 5. And for our second album of the day, Mr. Justin Timberlake has recently released his game up with this latest album called Future Sex Love Sounds. With the help of beatmaker Timbaland, Justin Timberlake picks up right where he left off with club hits such as Bringin' Sexy Back and My Love. Future Sex Love Sounds does have a futuristic sound to it that fans might disagree with and tends to give and take away from Justin's overall performance. One of the album's strongest songs is probably the booming Chop Me Up, produced by 3 6 Mafia, and the song What Goes Around gives the fans a lesson on doing your boyfriend or girlfriend dirty. All in all, this CD is an entertaining one and is a strong follow-up to his last album, and I give this album 4 meat packets out of 5. That's about it for this week's music review. I'm Rihanna Pouncey, signing out. Peace.
Well, Rihanna, we are bringing Midstate back, Dewey and I here.
Which is pretty sexy.
Yes, it is. It is. Justin Timberlake is my favorite. Can I just state the record right now that he's my guilty pleasure? I just have to admit it. I have to admit it.
It's the first part is admitting that you have a problem.
Yeah.
So,
I know, most people would
so
tell
you
me
played
that.
piano. Any other
Yes.
interest in art?
Actually, I've been thinking lately that I may switch over to an art major, so I just want to show you what I drew. And I need your honest opinion. You know, Brett's like really nice to me sometimes, so I need your honest opinion, what you think about it.
I think I'll wait till Brett comes back, because he's just more. That's really good though.
Thanks.
That's nice.
Thanks.
So
Wow.
We're gonna go to State of the Arts with Sandra Hall.
Thanks, Brett and Christina. Hi, my name is Sandra Hall, and welcome to State of the Arts. Brad Bullock, aka Blaze B, is an independent rap artist that does not waste his talents talking about meaningless violence, but about life. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're a rap artist. How did you begin in that?
I started about 6 years ago in high school. My friends encouraged me to do it. They saw my talent in spoken word poetry, and I transformed that into hip-hop.
Wow. Now, last November, you had the wonderful opportunity of singing along with Common in concert. How did that feel?
Well, I didn't quite sing, but
well, I'm sorry, rap. Yeah.
it was cool. It was a little bit nervous, but I'm kind of comfortable on stage in front of that many people. I'm actually more nervous in front of a smaller crowd.
Okay, well, you'd like to show some of your talents right now?
For sure.
All right, now, what's your piece entitled?
It's called We Monsieur.
Okay, well, let's check it out then.
Okay, thank you. Yo. Yeah, I swear I hit my life sometimes, it's too dark here. Congé l'opportunité, je vais partir. Si j'étais riche, j'essaierais aider tout le monde. Dreamer seems the agenda of a fool au monde. Tous les temps, je pense de la vie que je n'ai pas. Mais quelque chose keeps me going, je ne sais quoi. Maybe it's faith within the one I lay my trust in. Nowadays I'm hotter than spontaneous combustion. Humble but angry, mumbling the name greed and the test of it. Hate, lust and the rest of it. Je sais que j'avais beaucoup de chances de gagner, mais je ne fais rien sans fumer la marijuana. Je parlais un peu de français que j'apprendrai quand j'ai pris la class. Free at last is my mind not spit bilingual, why not? Cause most of y'all still don't know what Blaze be rhyming about and underestimate me. 100 stresses made me the cynic that I am, but this lyrical business plans in the sense that composed us all less than is 1 grain. But understand that we can function as one brain. Say we. Say we. We monsieur, we madame. Blaze be hot damn. We, monsieur, we, madame. Yo, mes amis, je vous adore. I walk through the door pour casser les jambes des rapports qui volent l'amour. Quand je vis pour l'amour, chaque jour rock more than you would have imagined. Or could have, but you hadn't. You woulda, coulda, can't. And when you could have been a planet, should have been a man and put a bit of pushing in your pattern. Bitch, watch you the power come through a place stupid. You don't do it for the love like you just hate Cupid. Where do they make humans like you get graciousness? Mais c'est la vie, that's just the way it is. Blaze is this, no more, no less. Flow more, flow best. Post show all up in your tet. Say we, monsieur, we, madame. Blaze be hot damn. We, monsieur, we, madame. Blaze be hot damn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Blaze. That
You're
was
welcome.
a wonderful performance. And best wishes for you and the rap game and everything to come.
Thank you very much.
I'm Sandra Hall from State of the Arts. Back to you, Christina and Brett.
Wow, talk about talent, right, Dewey? Dewey.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how I ended up in there.
Yeah, I don't know either.
The art of pantomime got the best of me.
Oh, man.
So.
What am I going to do? Well, this has been fabulous.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
I really enjoyed it, and good show.
Yes.
I love art.
I know. I do too, and I'm so glad that you got to be here.
Me too.
Yes.
Now the art of wrapping up. Thanks for watching Midstate Magazine.
Thanks, guys.